Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a basic turn in Operation Daybreak. This is going to be a simple step-by-step what it looks like. If you have any question about this, definitely let them know in the server, especially if you're a crew. If you're not in the server yet, definitely hit the link down in the description. Be part of us. They always do something fun in a public server or a private server. If you like this, guys, leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. Other than that, guys, see you another one. Peace.
All right. Welcome, guys. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. This is going to be your BCT today for the Operation Daybreak server. To my left, to my right are the combat instructors. They're going to be instructing you today. Let's start off with I myself am Gunnery Sergeant Mayo. I'll be your senior combat instructor, as well as General Sterling here. He's another senior combat instructor. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, please, starting with Tin Man, and a little bit about your branch.
I'm Lance Corporal Tin Man. I'm within the Marines. So I'm going to be teaching you guys about the Pelican and Falcons today, and a few other things. And like I said earlier, if you have any questions about the flight cert, be sure to ask me, because I will certainly try and help you with that.
All right, Sully.
I am Corporal Sully. I am part of the 124th Mechanized, and I'll be teaching you all about vehicles today. You know what bitches love? Cannons. You know what we have? Cannons.
You want to tell them about the 124th a little bit? Why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about the 124th?
Alright, what we specialize in is heavy vehicles, like the BTR and the Scorpion, and the Sun Devil. We wear heavy armor, and we are badasses. Alright, that's it.
Right on, Sterling.
Yeah, sure. I am General Sterling Silver. I'm the General of Unicom, which is both the 124th Mechanized, as he said, and the 1st Marine, as well as ODSTs and Airborne. And since there's no one else from Airborne, I'll tell you a little bit about that, I suppose. So the Airborne is a rapid response spec war division, specializing, obviously, in quick drops and Falcons and paradrops and things like that. Yeah, that should just about be it, but I'll also be here to watch the BCT and see how everything plays out.
All right. Nord?
Oh, what? Hey.
Or, I'm sorry, I thought you were Nord. My bad. Nord, I forgot. Nord, if you'd like to... You want to come over here and hang out or what?
Okay, you made a spot for me, thank you.
Other side, knuckle nut. Anyways,
It doesn't matter.
I am First Lieutenant Castamere, XO of ODSTs. Basically, I'll be going over your medical training today, what to do and what not to do during your medical, and what you should not and should do during your certified medics that are on the field. I hope to good see y'all in the future going through our ODST program. If not, I hope to see you guys out in the field and saving your lives.
Right on. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the ODSTs?
Sure, why not? So, the ODSTs, we are your hell jumpers. We are your sacrificial pawns, to put it simply as that. Most of the time, we'll ask you Marines, to those guys over there, we will ask them to drop us into wherever they need us to. We are your quick QRF squad, your hell on wheels, your hell from the sky.
Rock and roll. All right. Cowboy?
I am Petty Officer 2nd Class, Space Cowboy. I'm with ONI, it's one of the spec war units. The unit handles things like it's RP heavy, undercover, covert infiltration, like stealth objectives during ops, and various other spec war things. And I will be handling your formations today, and probably communications.
Yes, okay. So, Nord, would you like to introduce yourself real quick since you're already there?
Yeah, sure. I am Lieutenant Colonel Nord. I am the leader of
ODSTs. I'm a HighCom member, as you can see on my group tag. I've been here for a fat while. I usually help out the infantry and whatnot with trainings, ops, and so on, and other units. If you are interested ever in ODSTs in the near future, just contact me, Castamere over there, or our SEA, Ricky Gordo. But that is it for me.
Right on, guys. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to split you up into 2 groups, starting with Nomad over to Denied Cannon on to the right of Nomad, and to the right, and then the other 3, RL, Hobbit, and Afterburner, you're going to go into a second group. I will assign someone to take you guys. Who wants to lead them around? Who's going over to formations? Cowboy, will you take the group of 4 from Denied Cannon to Nomad over to formations for me? And
I'll
then
gladly take a group.
And then Sterling, why don't you take the other 3 over to the shooting range?
All right, the group of 4 follow me.
Yeah, Vale, what courses have not been yoinked? Or are they not yoinked?
Currently, let's see.
Angel Cannon,
we
Riz,
have
on me.
RLGamer,
I think
Afterburner.
we have
This way?
the shooting
FF Hobbit.
range.
Anyway, why don't you guys try to simulate, like, keep close together so we can all hear each other, but go ahead and simulate this formation you see right here. A line is what we call this.
The start time, you'll have 15 minutes.
You don't need to be far apart. You don't need to go at ease. But does anybody have a guess what this formation's for?
In contact to the front, or clearing an area, or searching an area.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. It's when you want to focus fire on an enemy. So, like, say we're in a firing line, and that freaking strange alien tower over there is our only enemy contact. It's good to form up on a firing line, find cover if you can, and engage it. So the base thing to know with all our formations is, well, we teach this for Arma. We're not trying to simulate real life here. We're using what works in the game. So a firing line is really good when you want to focus fire on a single target. You know where it's at. But with all formations, you want to maintain like a 10 to 15 meter spacing. You want to keep a good distance from the guy next to you. So that way you can form a huge, like say there's 4 of us in a firing line. That covers like 60 meters worth of space. And we can, spread us out. We're not all bunched up. We can engage. We're in a relatively cohesive formation. You know, radios and stuff will help you communicate if you're spread apart from the guy on the end of the line. But yeah, the firing line is used for focusing fire. So moving on to the next formation. Actually, let's simulate a firing line real quick. Hey, form a firing line to the south. There's an enemy south. Form a firing line. Let's pretend you have cover here. Just pretend you have cover. You don't need to be far apart, just for demonstration purposes, but yeah. It's like, yeah, there's bad guys to the south. We've got cover. We're going to engage them. We form a firing line. Your squad leader or whoever will call that out, and there you go. You don't need to pull out your weapons, just to avoid negligent discharges and stuff. But anyway, we'll move on to the next formation real quick. And now for this one, I want you guys to each like pick a target and just stand in front of it like I am right here. You can take the target I was at. Does anybody have a guess what this formation's good for? This is also a column or a line.
Roads, pathways, I guess kind of restricted terrain you'd call it. Moving to objectives, not really needing to be in that firing line kind of front type of deal. So just more or less transport or walking around, I guess.
Is this called the single column?
Paths, yes. Roads, no.
This is
pretty
going
typical.
on 2 directions somewhere we're making our way towards. Or when we're making our way towards an
roads
objective
is
before a
offset,
fight.
isn't it? So first one's on the right, second
we'll
one's on the left.
we'll cover roads on the last formation, but this one is best for like maneuvering. Sometimes is probably the most common place people use this, is trying to get somewhere along a path, or just trying to maintain your group when you're not worried about contact. But the main advantages of this one is, say there's contact south, you can turn south and you already have your firing line set up. Say there's contact north, you can turn north, and you already have your firing line set up. But one of the other main reasons to use this is minefields. That's something we might encounter. So in a minefield, you want to form a single file line, and you want to follow the person in front of you through it, so that the person in front is on the lookout for mines. They'll try to, be your pathfinder. And if they hit a mine, then you just have to probably administer medical aid, because they might survive. But you just continue through the field. Rather than you all being spread out, it being random who hits a mine, you'll all be on the same path. So only one person will hit the mine, if they do. Any questions?
Not that I know of.
No.
All right, let's just. I'm not going to make you simulate it, but yeah. So you want to maintain this kind of formation, especially in minefields. And it's also really good when, like, say your squad leader didn't say what formation to use. You typically want to go to, like, something like this is what will generally happen. And, you can adjust to south, north. The leader can stop, and you can form whatever formation you need. So yeah, this one probably will be pretty common. But let's move on. And do the same thing. Just stand in front of one of these targets here. This is a wedge, by the way. Does anybody have a guess what this one's good for?
For
into the fight.
Yeah, I'll say to approach and administer, to administer fire back to the enemy.
Yeah, that's not a bad example. Like, this is really good for assaulting. Like, let's just say we need to assault that freaking tower over there, that alien tower, and we need to move across this big open airfield. This is a good formation. Because, like, say we take contact from the hangar. You've got cover on both flanks. So the guys on the left flank can look left and focus on that target over by the hangar and engage while you move, or if you need to stop. And you can also say that's your only contact. The guys on the right side of the wedge can form up into a firing line, and there you got a firing line focusing left, or vice versa. But typically, yeah, this is really good for assaulting across open areas, or just general, woods. It's a pretty general formation. We try to use this one a lot. It's a good one. The things to remember about this one is you never want your point man, and this is for everything, you never want your point man to be your squad leader. In the second positions, like Hobbit here or Gamer, you want a machine gunner if you can. And you want the important people, like squad leaders, medics, or anything like your HVIs, to be, well, typically an HVI would not be in a wedge, but like say an EOD guy that you need to protect or something. You want those kind of guys in the rear, those kind of specialized guys. You want them in the rear because you want them alive. Does anybody have questions about this one?
No. I do. Just it's a quick question. If I remember correctly, typically the machine gunner would be where Hobbit's sitting, right? Just so to pick up for the lack of extra angle they can cover. Like from how I remember a wedge being set up, because I remember getting my ass kicked for not knowing how to do this. We'd have the saw gunner on the right to pick up for the fire the 3 riflemen could carry on the left. Right, sir?
It doesn't matter too much, but yeah, that is a good example. But like, it doesn't matter how many people are on each corner of the wedge. Sometimes there's more ducks on the right side than the left side of the chevron. But yeah, you typically want the machine gunners in positions like this, so they can quickly get to the front, form a firing line, or etc.
And these are typically done with 2 fire teams each, right? So we have so we can get the machine guns
not necessarily. Not necessarily. Say there's 4 of you. Well, say you're all moving together, you make a giant wedge. That could happen too. But say there's only 4 of you. This is a very good wedge. Like, there's only 4 of you. You got your positions. Say Afterburner here is the squad leader. Say RLGamer is the machine gunner. Or better yet, yeah. It's an effective formation. You want to keep the important people at the back of any formation. But let's move on. This is a staggered column. So go ahead and stand next to a target. So if you look to your left or right, you'll notice that the people next to you are not exactly shoulder to shoulder with you. It's called staggered column because you want to be spaced apart in that way. You want to be alternated. So one guy on the left, and then I got another guy a few feet back on the right, and then you just continue that type of pattern. So does anybody have a guess what this? Yeah, it might be kind of obvious, but does anybody have a guess what this column, this formation is good for?
For the roads.
To allow vehicles to move through the unit without running everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So moving along roads, even if there's no vehicles, this is typically good for roads. But when there are vehicles, it's really good. Say the vehicles dismount, you need to walk with the vehicles, escort them, whatever you need to do. This is a good pattern because say you find a roadblock up front and the convoy has to come to a halt. You want say there's 2 squads. There's a Hobbit squad on the right here, and there is Nomad squad on the left here. Each squad would go to their respective sides of the road. They could spread out, find cover, scatter from the convoy. If there's a machine gun facing directly in front of you, you could scatter to each side of the road, and that way there's 2 groups of you. There's the vehicles in the middle that hopefully have gunners that can also provide their own fire. Another advantage, or another typical use for this formation, you're usually walking with vehicles, but they will send like the first 2 people in this formation. Typically, like I said before, you don't want squad leaders to be on point ever, but you'll send like 2 people forward of the convoy to search for mines on the road or IEDs, and that way if they find an IED or something that's remote detonated, it doesn't blow up the whole convoy or more than 2 people. So they are kind of like the inspection team. So like this is pretty typical for traveling along roads. And does anybody have any questions about it?
Nope.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
These are the unarmed Marines.
And that pretty much covers formations. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free. Otherwise, we'll get you moving on. Alrighty. Let's just hold here 1 second.
You done?
Yep.
All
Formations
right.
are done.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up real quick.
If I didn't get my bots, I would have, but Hell. Second, boys.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Can these guys hurry up? Stop talking. All right, guys. Hello there. Welcome to your medical course, your typical basics of medical. So we're going to go over your basics. In every part of the body on this game, there is a bleedable object. You got your legs, you got your feet.
We went really good. We did like 6 out of 7.
You got your chest, you got your arms, you got your hand, you got your neck, you got your head.
And we played a little bit of grounded, but
Those,
I don't think
your vitals are your neck and your head.
I don't think Mayo and Circuit like it.
Now, if you get a neck shot and if someone doesn't apply saline to you fast, guess what? You're dead as hell. Guaranteed every time.
We're looking for games that are across.
Two go away!
Fucking game that's on it. Game Pass right now.
Anyways.
Thinking about Cooking Simulator.
Oh, that's not bad.
Anyways.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. So, the one thing you should never have on your medical kit, never have a tourniquet. Ever. Never, ever. And this is why. So, let's say we put a tourniquet on this dude's leg. Right here. I can tell you this now, he's like fucking bleeding, of course. Basically, you put tourniquet on there and you leave it on there for too long, you will cause someone to die. They will basically have a rebleed effect that won't undo. They'll just die. So, your best friends are, this is called biofoam. Your biofoam is your bandage, also your morphine. Next is your Metagel. Your Metagel is your healer. It heals your main HP, and also another form of an EpiPen and morphine. Next is your saline. Saline, obviously, everyone should know, it's your blood. You need these on you at all times because those two things I showed you do not help with your blood at all. This is what's going to be your lifeline. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Alrighty. So, if you see a medical on the field, they'll either A, have this symbol on them. It could be in Marines, so forth. Call out that you are down in a certain location, and they will come to your location. Now, with this being said, if there's a medic on top of a guy, do not pile up on the body. Don't ever do that. Because he just fucking died, whatever. He's AR too weak. Basically, you're going to cause a fraction to happen. What I mean by fraction? I mean, you guys are going to clump up on a body, and the medic can be able to do his job, and you'll end up like this fella, just dead on the fucking floor. So, that being said, always let the medics know where you are, and always, 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 always communicate with them and tell them, hey, I need a medic over here for a certain guy that's down in a certain location. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Alrighty. To get your medical certifications, you go through a door, by the way. He will have classes posted in events, and he will be sure to do medical classes. Just be sure to keep your eyes out open for it. Now, if I can, hopefully, if fucking AI will bleed for like 2 seconds. No, it's not gonna fucking bleed. I actually want y'all to do medical, but I might have to use y'all as test dummies.
If you need, I will be.
Okay, so this guy is bleeding. Afterburn. What is your very first thing you need to do when you come up to this guy?
Saline?
Saline, correct. Get out your saline. Do you have any?
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. So correct. Saline, apply. Now, where is he bleeding at? Never mind, he's doing it for him because he's fucking Chad. Next, he was bleeding on his leg.
Yep, that's what I did. That is, you can find that through the check injuries tab, right, sir?
Correct. After that, how do you help him get back his full health and make sure he's not injured anymore?
The to treat the injury would be biofoam and then the Metagel.
Correct. So you have your Metagel on you. All right, go ahead and apply the Metagel, and then pay attention to what his health does once you apply.
It will not let me. He's an asshole. He did it himself.
Okay. This is why I don't work with AI much.
What the fuck?
So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let y'all shoot me. Take the honor.
Are you sure about that, sir?
Alright. Find the injury.
Saline, I'm on his chest.
Okay,
Someone hit him with saline.
Alrighty. Next is
Morphine's been administered.
Morphine's been administered. Serious injury, moderate injury, bleed. Biofoam him.
Give him biofoam, and then someone give him the Metagel right afterwards.
Correct.
Oh.
You need Metagel. Afterburn is right.
I don't have that on me.
Alright. I see y'all don't have it on you at all, and that's fine.
It's on me. I'm trying to figure out why it's not administered.
You go to the wrist.
Not a gel.
Oh, alright, that makes it easier. Here you are.
There you go. You apply that stuff at the wrist. Same goes for saline. Now let's go ahead and get you guys some medical supplies.
Pick them up now. So yeah, we're gonna need this.
Come to this box, pick up Metagel, pick up biofoam. You should only need 2 of each, no more. Because it is infinite supply of biofoam and Metagel. Saline, I would just say 2 to be on the safe side, just in case.
I wasn't sure about the saline. Thank you for letting me know about that.
Absolutely. So, that being said, when it comes to most injuries, like I said, what is the most lethal thing on a person?
Neck and head.
Neck and head, correct. All right. Now, what do you do when you see a guy down on the field?
Don't pile him.
Correct. And apply saline first. Now, if there's medics on the field, what do you do with that said down soldier?
Call for medic.
You inform the medic and you cover the medic.
Correct. Alrighty. Any other questions y'all might have for me? Or do y'all think you have the basis down? If not, we can get me knocked down again. Yes, Mr. Byrne.
Oh, sorry.
For anyone who sees this, what can you say about the Bills and why they should join up with you guys?
I think they should join Daybreak just for the fact is we are a very communicative and mostly healthy environment. Now, of course, you always have your bad apples and people get dealt with, of course. You're always going to run into bad apples and servers. But Daybreak, from my experience of time, it's been a pretty good, healthy environment for me. I get on, I have fun. The server's constantly active. There's never really a day where it's just completely dead. It's constant activities. People can run their own ops and so on.
There's a few times it's dead. It's usually in the morning or
very early mornings. But besides that, servers got maybe like 15 people minimum, and then afterwards, later in the day, in the evenings, once people get off work and school, we got like 40, 30 out of 64 slots constantly popping from all the diversity of people.
All right.
Nope. Do y'all need more training on some medical?
Nope.
Damn, I thought I was gonna let y'all shoot me one more time. All right.
I was like, hey, whoa. Watch that. You're flying friendly.
No, he's fine.
I heard the privilege of firing. I'm sorry.
So aim for a non-vital spot in my body, and see where it does. Not armor though. I'm pretty tanky. Still armor. Still armor. Still armor.
Where can I shoot?
Fucking die.
There you go.
Oh.
Put too many into him.
My defense.
That's
My defense.
actually fucking crazy.
No,
You
for real.
gotta get him right in his weenus. That's the weak spot.
I was in for his dick. Not gonna lie. And so it said armor. I'm like, okay, fuck.
Weenus is the weak spot.
The weenus.
Yeah, back where your elbows.
Yeah, I know, but I can't believe someone said the weenus. Oh, he's laughing. We're good.
You guys are they're all shooting you in the plate, so I shot you in the weenus where you had no armor, and you're like, oh, there he is, and then you guys just kept firing.
Yeah.
You don't see this.
It's fine, dog. Yes, ODSTs, at least the ones that are wearing this armor, we are pretty tanky. We have a cock plate, we have it all, so yes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, I'm jealous because a bullet fucking
over cops.
sneezes on me.
Yeah, I kind of died, so.
It's fine.
I think it was 46 that were broadcast earlier.
Yeah, why not? Let's just get on 46, everybody.
No matter what you check.
46 on an open channel signing off.
Radio check, 46.
I think you guys holster your weapon, by the way.
Did not hear you on 4-6.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to the communication group. I didn't realize you guys were all on 46 already. You want to change or should I?
It's up to you, man.
Oh, sorry, I was talking to everybody. Go to channel 46, TAC 5.
No man setting in
Left
46.
bumper. Hold left bumper and press X, and then you use the right stick to highlight the channel, and then you can change it with the D-pad.
TAC 5 is 25, right?
Yes, exactly. 46 TAC 5.5.
Yeah, how do I holster my weapon quickly?
Do you guys hear me?
46 attack 5's not enough.
Yeah. Don't do it on your armor, guys. Switch over to your radios.
Exactly. Your armor radios do not work unless people are wearing, like on this private server, the radios on the armor work, but only if the people are wearing that exact piece of armor.
That's in Texas 1 to 3.
So,
Hey, Charlie.
Thank you.
alright, good check. 46 attack 5. Radio
You're
check.
hot mic and hard, brother.
Hear you loud. Hear you loud and clear.
Yep. So, I'm just going to stay on this radio channel for a second. Actually, no. It makes better sense to use proximity chat. So, yeah, like we're all on, we're switching to a radio channel. The proper way to, do that, you guys already pretty much did. You do a radio check. So it's like, radio check, 46 TAC 5. And somebody go ahead and respond. If you heard that is.
Over.
Roger. So, and then you just give some kind of affirmative if you can. But the basic things to remember for the radios in the server are, for Marines are always on 46. That's the main ground comms, is 46. Command is always on 44. So that's you'll probably hear that a lot. But command is always on 44. Radios, the basic etiquette is would go like this. Oh, this is Space Cowboy on 46 TAC 5 to I actually said that wrong. Hold on. Let me start again. Space Cowboy to RL Gamer 46 TAC 5. And if you heard that, just give me a go ahead. I say again, this is Space Cowboy on 46 TAC 5 to RL Gamer.
This is RL Gamer. Go ahead. I was on mute.
Perfect. Yeah. You just give a basic response just like that. So the basic thing to remember is this is me calling you, or hey you, this is me. So either way works. Some people are different. The way I always do it is this is me talking to you. So this is Space Cowboy talking to RL Gamer. And you want to like have them respond before you send the message. You don't want to just start talking because they might not hear it. It goes for, especially for command and stuff. So when you're talking to command, you want to keep it extremely concise. On command net, it's only important transmissions, important updates, or communication between different units. Like say Marines to ODSTs, you'd use 44 for that. But if you're saying like a Hobbit to Afterburner, you'd use 46, assuming you're all Marines and you're each a squad leader. So like you want to keep all the unimportant stuff off the radio. So like for your squad comms, it's callouts and important questions maybe. But yeah, you want to keep it at like to callouts, updates, orders. You want to keep all that. That's the only reason you want to use the radio. For like a basic conversation, you want to just use proximity chat. There's nothing wrong with talking about the color of the trees or how pretty the sky is today, as long as you're in proximity chat. But you do not want to clog up the comms on the radio nets. So say people are doing that. They're talking about the color of the trees, how many trees, how pretty the trees are. You want to call, and you need to talk. There's something important you need to say. Does anybody know what a good way to interrupt them is?
Break.
Exactly. Yeah, you just call out break. Shut the fuck up, basically. Oh, sorry. Excuse my language. Yeah, and you want to, that's the basics of it. Does anybody want to practice or have any questions?
Nope.
No questions. Practice would be nice though.
Okay. I'll give you a quick practice real quick. This is Cowboy to Afterburner, 46 TAC 5.
Space Cowboy, this is Afterburner. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't need to say your tag since I just called you. You can just say go ahead. But saying your tag, there's nothing wrong with that. There is a Pelican located east of my location. Do you have eyes on? Roger. And yeah, just basic things like that. So another thing that's very important is because a lot of people have a lot of different radio channels, say like squad leaders or 2 ICs, they will be on multiple channels. They'll, like, as a basic rifleman, you do not need to listen to 44. You don't need to listen to command. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't. By all means, if you want to know what's going on and you have an extra radio channel, listen in on 44. But if, like, you're trying to talk to your squad leader, or say you're trying to talk to somebody, and you're like, hey, this is Cowboy to Nomad, and say Nomad is listening to like 3 different radio channels. He has no idea which one I'm talking on. So if he's on 44, he might assume I'm command or something like that. Like, he might not know. So you want to make sure you say what radio channel you're trying to contact them on. It's like that can be that happens sometimes when command maybe is listening in on 46 and then they start talking on 46, but everybody assumes they're on 44. So there can be some issues there. So yeah, you just want to make sure to tell them which channel you're talking on. So Space Cowboy to Hobbit on 46 TAC 5. You want to get into that habit of saying what radio channel you're on. You want to make sure you're saying, like, because we all have different call signs. And if you don't know the call signs, you can just say, like, this is Space Cowboy to any ODST call sign. You know, say you're using 44. In those kind of situations where you're trying to talk to a different group, or fire team maybe in the Marines, you're trying to talk to a different fire teams, like maybe you don't know the other team's call signs, like requesting call sign, you can ask them what their call sign is, but typically you just know it or you figure it out, or you if you know their ODSTs but you don't know their call sign, you just say to any ODST call sign. So like, it's not super anal about which call sign you use, but it is important to kind of figure it out in the process, because everybody's got different ones. Like the ODSTs have a few different ones, like Caesar is one I've heard a lot for them. But yeah, you'll learn all that kind of stuff in like your MOS squad assignments. You'll know what your call sign is. Like Valkyrie, like a lot of guys are in the Valkyrie platoon for Marines, so it's like Valkyrie 1-3 to Caesar 1-1. Do you have eyes on that Pelican to our east? You know, just basic stuff like that. The more you do it, the better you'll get into... Stop. Sorry. Got a dog. Yeah, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Is there any questions?
Negative.
Okay, does anybody want to practice more, or are you guys ready to move on?
I'm all good here.
So Nord, I brought you a bundle.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this bundle. Make it like a little straightforward line, like elementary school along this wall. A little straightforward line.
Make a column against the wall.
I've already given you my introduction for most of you, but for those who come in here later, I, of course, am Lieutenant Colonel Nord. You already went through Casimir over there in the middle course. He is my XO. I am the C of ODSTs. I oversee everything that happens with ODSTs, and I am a HICOM member, just as Sterling is over there. Now, remember, HICOM is the head honchos and admins. So, before we continue, any questions so far what's been happening with BCT or anything like that?
Nope.
Nope. None of you guys? All right. Around the corner. Make some room, of course, for the rest of the people so you all can see. You can get off the line, the rest of you, so you can see the course. So we are going over the firing range, essentially. This is going to cover different situations which you need to when you come into combat. Right here, the section we're in the standing position. This is the most reckless position at times, just due to the fact is, when you're standing, your aim is not fully stabilized. It's only stabilized if you make it stabilized. So the chances of you having a stabilized aim is like roughly around 30%. This is just your average, constant, you're going to be shooting, standing, and whatnot. Over here to the left, with the lower sandbags, this is the crouching position. You all would be so kindly to follow. The crouching position usually stabilizes your aim by 50% or 60%. This covers a majority when it comes down to watching your head, not to get clipped by enemies that are far away, just for your safety. This is more of a safety position. If you come up here, follow me to the prone position. Once everyone's up here, I'll go over it. The prone position is what stabilizes your aim by 90 to 100%. You will have the most stable aim when you're in this position. When you're in this position, your chances of dying or missing any shots should be minimal. Now, if you do die, it's usually to like frag grenades, explosives, or just about the chances the innies, apparently are Chris Kyle and they can snipe you far away. So do we all understand the different positions of standing, crouch, and prone?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, come back to your little elementary school file over here. Roughly around the wall, and then one person will go one at a time. Doesn't matter who, just make the line. Once we're done timing, you okay, where's Sterling? Sterling? Hold on. Nah, fuck it, I'll just time you. Let me pull out my phone. So after that, Sterling's apparently not here, so I'll time you guys. Alright. What are you making? Oh, you already have 5 steps ahead of me. Thank you for doing your guns before I had to say so. One at a time is going to go around. You just tell me whenever you're ready, and then I will say go, and then you start shooting your targets. You shoot 4 for the standing position, the crouch position, and the last one you shoot 8 targets. Alright?
Good quick question.
Shoot.
So are we allowed to mount onto the sandbags or no?
You can if you want to. Wish to. It's not up against it, so you can if you want to.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Mounting does also help stabilize your aim by 100% as well. It's just as equivalent as the prone position.
Just kind of tricky to get mounted sometimes.
Yes, Burner.
The for running this, is this going to be semi-automatic, burst fire, or automatic?
However you decide. Semi-automatic helps you control how many shots you go out of your magazine. Fully automatic is not preferred as much. It only comes to the situations where there's a lot of enemies, or if you're just going to spray and pray. But understand, if you fully automatic, you lose your ammo fast by doing that. Semi is just watching your shots and conserving your ammo a lot better. So it's preferred for you to do semi-automatic. All right.
I'm good to go.
Nomad, you ready? Head around the corner and get ready for your shots. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Send it.
All right, go. Damn good. All good. Now head back to the line, fall back to the end of it, and then holster your weapon once you get to the end of the line.
Hey, how do you holster on the computer?
Sterling, are you computer?
Nope.
Nope,
Don't
not
ask
mine.
me.
The old-fashioned way.
Alright. Hobbit, come up next to the sandbags and face the targets. Did you write down
Hit
his
shift
time?
to hold your gun down.
Sterling, did you write down the time?
I think.
Or no?
I wasn't recording his time.
Okay, it's fine. I got it. Just double checking.
Okay.
Alright, whenever you're ready, start. And that's it.
That was atrocious. Jesus Christ.
It's all
Just
good.
remember, you take your time, take your breath, make sure the target's squarely in your sights.
This isn't like a spec war tryout where you have to sweat your forehead off. This is just basic training to get you into the server and have fun with us. And not wear the recruit uniform anymore.
Hey,
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Subjective.
At
Anywho,
least they have a uniform.
true. Come on, Burner, come up next. Whenever you're ready, just tell me so.
I was trying to lock the mic on.
It's all good. Whenever you're ready, just tell me.
Alright, and ready.
Go. That's it.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Come on, RL Gamer. Come on, our social star.
Oh, thanks, thank you, thank you.
You got this, man.
Well, yeah, he's a pretty famous man in the Forger community.
You didn't record mine, right?
I'm recording
I
right now.
recorded everyone's, don't worry.
RL,
Whenever you're ready.
Mine.
Copy.
Go. And return to the very end. Actually, matter of fact, just holster your weapon. Everyone, fall out of line and come over here to the front of sandbags. So, we're going to go over the one issue so you guys can know how to fix it later on so you don't die. Constantly swaying left and right is going to screw you over. So the whole matter of doing this, where you're constantly shooting like that, that's more of a PvP thing where you're shooting for far distances, but you're fighting mostly AI a lot of the times, so you don't have to worry about doing that. Granted, standing still 24/7 can also get you killed, so just bear that in mind to not always strafe, because you also are not stabilizing your aim. That's why you're standing, crouch, and prone. They stabilize your aims for a reason. Granted, mounting can also stabilize your aim like 100%. Besides that, you guys did pretty well. Times are, honestly, compared to a lot of others, they're pretty good. We're talking because
That's whatever. Anyways, so we're just gonna talk about generally, I don't know why I keep saying that. Generally, just the basics of both of these aircraft. But starting with the Pelican, which is like generally our most used, I guess, transport aircraft. You're going to be flying in this thing mostly. Sometimes you use Falcons, but they're not as prevalent. Mostly Spec War prefers to use Falcons when they're flying in. So you guys just come on up to the ramp here. You get a better view of this, because if I get you all four in here, it's going to look cramped. So there's this little button on the side here, the hatch close and open. Don't ever press that while the pilot's flying. It can lock up the controls, which basically just means you're going to crash within a matter of seconds. Because if you're either going to glide all the way to your death and maybe have a soft landing, but if you're on an angle, you're definitely dead, or you're going to stall out and crash. So please don't fuck with the hatch controls unless you've been asked to. And always wait for, not everyone can always say green light, because sometimes saying green light will also make you, like, take off just a little bit. But generally wait until you hear a green light, or if the pilot has has been sitting there for a while and he hasn't said green light, then just take that as a hint. Alright, I want you guys to take these 4 seats right here. So we're going to talk about the boarding and disembarking. So you board from the back to the front. If you see someone who, like the first person on, if the first person on comes up here and sits here, you should correct their mistake and let them know, because I taught you this. I was taught this when I did my BCT. You always board back to front. I'm also Air Force, so they should know this stuff. So always correct your fellow Marine. It's also just generally easier for when you're disembarking. Disembarking rules. All right. You guys have probably seen a little bit of it. You kind of do like a crisscross. So you go left, right, left, right. So it would be this guy first, then you, and you, and then you. All right. I want you guys to do an example of that right now. I want to see if you guys understand what the disembark procedure is.
Can you give us a
Remember,
green light?
yeah, green light. Left, right, remember. So hop it out first. Afterburner. RL. Are you unable to get out?
It was
Yeah,
limit for a
sorry, could
second.
be. Yeah. And when you guys do hop out, yep, you just showed me exactly what you need to do. You pull security like this. You guys would have your rifle drawn, and you'd be looking out in kind of like a, I guess, yeah, like an arrow kind of direction. You always want to be pulling security after you hop off. It's probably actually one of the most important things for you to do as soon as you hop off, because it's good for the people who are behind you who maybe suck. Because, like, you guys already know, if you guys all get out at the same time, you're going to fly into the ceiling. And if you're pulling security, it's good to protect those guys while they're trying to, fumble their way out of that little ceiling spot. And one last thing about the Pelican, the co-pilot seat, please don't ever get inside of it unless you've been asked by someone you know is extremely high ranking, who, like, gives you an actually valid reason for being in it. Because if you look straight down when you're inside that seat, the crosshair that is on it will show up on everyone's screen and then crash the server. So don't ever get in the co-pilot seat, please, please, please. All right, why don't you guys come over the Falcon for me here? Like I said, this is mostly this is used a lot for spec war and stuff and airborne, but we use it sometimes for like major ops with Marines if it's kind of like low pop. There is board I've been taught, and I'm taught to teach you guys. So it's similar to the Pelican. See these two seats. Normally these don't have guns on them, so it'd be these two outward seats here, then these inside seats, and then you'd board kind of passenger board. And in the middle here, there's a patient seat. So if like a wounded person, you'd put them in there. So that's the boarding, like the boarding like load order. The disembarking, it's not really similar to the Pelican at all. It's not as strict. You won't go into a ceiling or anything. But if it's on like a slight angle or something, and you all disembark at once, one of you will fly up into the rotors, or possibly even two of you, and it will break the rotors on the bird while also killing you. So not only have you killed yourself in a way, you've also killed the pilot, because if he started to take off, especially if you have one rotor, it will start to pick up from one side. So if my right rotor is destroyed and I'm on the ground, it will suddenly pitch up and roll, and it could explode. So you guys should know now that you shouldn't all disembark. Even seasoned Marines sometimes just do it anyways, which is stupid. So I'm asking you nicely not to. Now, when you're sitting in these inside seats on either side, if you come up here, you can see there's this canopy open button, and there's a bunch of them that you can see that are all over the bird. There's a bunch of different little interaction buttons that allow you to open that, like, canopy. Don't open the canopy ever, 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 unless you're specifically asked to. Because if you do, mid-flight, it's much more prolific than the Pelicans. It will literally seize up controls completely. A lot of people have done it to me, and it pisses me off like crazy. Don't be that guy. I know you think it's funny. It's not that funny.
Who turned the
Just
fan
don't
off?
be. What?
Who turned the fan off?
What fan?
At the rotors.
Oh, this version is kind of bugged, and I was bored, and I jumped up on top and jumped on the rotors, which you can normally do safely. And this time the rotors just exploded on my face. So.
Oh no, I meant by opening the canopy.
Like when you open this, it will literally like the pilot can't control the bird anymore. It's like the control's just broken.
Oh no, I got you. I'm a pilot in real life. No, there's a joke that goes around like the one thing you don't want to turn off is the fan.
Alright. Generally, just don't be a knob in either of these birds, and you'll be fine. Because if you don't, you can get blacklisted from birds. So certain pilots have the ability, or all pilots really have the ability to blacklist you from the birds. So if you're doing shit they don't like, or you're purposely doing shit, or you're being a knob or not listening, they can blacklist you from your bird, which means you can't fly with them. I've generally never seen it before, so not to my knowledge, there hasn't been anyone who's been enough of a douche to warrant that, but you've been warned, I guess. Don't be that guy. So that's really it for both these aircraft. You now know what is the basic boarding procedure and disembarking procedure, so you should be good to go on ops. Please listen to the disembarking procedure. It's probably the most important thing here. I'm glad you guys did that successfully. Alright, go follow your instructor, boys.
All right, welcome to two vehicles. I'm just going to go over the basic Warhogs today and how convoy formation goes. Does anyone know what convoys are?
Yes, we all know what that.
What?
We know what convoys are. Yep.
Can you explain to me,
A
please?
group of vehicles traveling together with the same goal or destination in mind.
Yep. So normally they are the it should always be the Warhog, the chain gun. Your middle should always be passengers, vehicles, or high value targets, and then ending it off with a vehicle with chain gun Warhog. And there's typically about four vehicles. If we don't have enough, we can do 3. Just if you want to go on it, you want to choose your beauty, please and thank you. Don't be shy. I would like Nomad. Is it Nomad? What do you want me to call you by?
Nomad's fine.
Nomad's fine. All right, can you get on the chain gun, please? And I'll have you get on the chain gun as well. You might want to get on it sometimes to get to right. You're all in. Go to 45 TAC 5 so I can speak to you because when vehicles are on, it's hard to speak with people.
Roger.
Go on, checking in 45 TAC 5.
Copy.
You're good. You're good. All right, everyone's good. So there's some few words you need to know about. Does anyone know what soft and hard dismount is?
Soft dismounts when everybody except for the driver and the gunner get out. Hard dismount is everybody out.
Yep. What herringbone?
Herringbone is when we each pull off to the right and left, respectively, based on our line, in order to create a kind of broken herringbone out, and then we can protect the area around us.
Yep. It is depending on what the driver decides. I'll get in the middle vehicle since we don't have enough.
Just to clarify, you said 45
45 TAC 5.
Okay, copy.
Did you hear the rest of stuff I said or no?
Yeah, no, I did. I just wanted to clarify the radio before we took off.
Yep. Alright. Typically we want to stay around under 50 because if you go higher than 50, the Warhogs have a higher chance of rubber banding and it's super touchy to a ridiculous degree. Also, how far apart we need to be at least is a Warhog. You want to imagine a Warhog in front of you to tell you that you're different. Because in case let's say the front Warhog takes a hit and everyone's dead, and the people didn't get out. It gives us enough room to move, turn around, and get out.
About the private ops stuff,
and etc.
Every other Milsim I've ever been a part of,
Alright. Also, it's easier if you all go into first person to turn on the Warhogs, and especially if you're not a controller.
Mission to speak.
Alright.
This is RL. May I speak for 1 second?
Yep.
I'll be FK. I'll get my 4th beer. Beer back.
This is Afterburner. Just one moment. I need to dismount and remount.
Boy, what's happening?
I am not getting half of the commands.
Oh. Are you on radio or no?
I am on radio now.
Okay.
I was just trying to lock it so I didn't have to.
You can still lock it while you're in the vehicle.
I meant half of I couldn't start the Warthog by sitting in it.
Oh, I see what's happening. Yep. Alright, so Hobbit, I want you again. You'll be lead, I'll be middle, and Afterburn, you'll be rear.
Roger.
Copy. Are we moving south or north?
We're going to go south.
Copy.
Are we waiting for RL to get back, or were you just taking off?
RL's fine. I won't do hard dismount until he's back.
Copy.
Yep. I'm on a times crunch.
Keeps trying to reboot it, and I'm like, dude, it's not gonna help. It's just stop.
Alright, you can stop there, get in the middle of the road.
They can spawn those AT mines.
Oh, here? You can't have it?
Get there or have to back up or anything like that. They want to be ahead of the convoy. Yeah,
Are you on the radio?
Yes, stay on radio. That's the only way I can hear you.
Anybody have any questions?
Sorry, I was rubber banding super fucking
We're
hard.
gonna move down to communications next. I'm gonna teach you that one too.
Having problems, Hobbit?
Yeah, I was just rubber banding for a second.
This is Cowboy. I'm moving from
He's just
communications.
Is he going crazy?
rubber banding.
Alright, I'll respawn that vehicle.
Alright, Hobbit, get out. You wanted TP RL out because he is not there at the current moment. Thank you.
Like I was saying, the lack of...
Alright, y'all can get in.
It's frustrating as fuck.
Sterling or May, you want TP RL back in? Chain Horhog, please.
Sure thing. Hold on.
Thank you.
Well, that was unsettling.
Shh, it's just Oni magic. Don't worry about it. Hobbit, you may go. Alright. When we reach the end of that turnaround bout, by the watchtower, we can just turn around.
Copy.
You can go behind the... sorry, I should explain that more. Behind the watchtower, but you're fine. You're fine. Just keep going. Oh. What? Alright. Let's go. Alright.
Sorry, I figured I might as well just complete the circuit there.
Alright. You can go a little bit faster if you need to. Alright. Herringbone. Yeah, it should look something like that. It should always be at like relatively 5-degree angle, giving your guys enough room to get out and cover the area. Alright. Get back in line. Go again. Back in our convoys formation.
I'll straight down when we start moving.
Information.
Yep. Alright, you can drive it down and we can drive back.
Copy, back to the hangar.
Not back to hangar, you can turn around. We can do this a couple more times. Go over some...
Really? So then it was June.
Alright, hard dismount.
There, the thing stopped moving for a second.
Alright, good. Alright, I know it's not there. Y'all can get back in vehicles. Need to.
I'm back, boys. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Same thing.
Alright, you're good to go. What's my time?
What did I miss? This is Ariel. What did I miss?
Everyone, just head back to the warehouse. Yeah. wrap it up, do a quick review and everything, and I'll get you all on your way.
I see you over there with the drift. Nice, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I know, it is a tendency to drift. You're fine, you can get out. When you get out, make sure you turn off all your warhogs, please.
Yep, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried turning it around so I could park it properly, and the thing just decided not to.
Not gonna lie, that was a perfect
Yeah, no,
parking.
it's just due with speed. If you all want to line up on the fancy red line for me, please, I'll get you do a quick review on everything. All right. All right. Do y'all have any questions or concerns about this course?
How long have you been with this Milsim for?
I've been here since the second day it was founded, so May 1st of this year.
Oh, nice. For anyone who watching this to learn the BCT of you guys group, what's the best advice can you give them?
Just pay attention. That's all it is. Not going to be a challenge, just a time to learn.
All right. And most of all, what's the fun fact you can give them about these the public server or any kind of server in this community?
Do you want like an anecdote or just a fun fact?
Fun fact, just anything.
I don't know. That's a toughie. Suppose the Armored has changed branches 4 times on the server.
Oh wow. From what?
Marines to Army to Marines to Army.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Silver, General.
I'm going to run the CQC section and then we're done. All right, how's it going, guys? I am Gunnery Sergeant Mayo. Oh, great. All right, just lock it up for a second. I'm Gunnery Sergeant Mayo, 1st Marines Division. I'm going to run through the shoot house CQC portion today. So what we usually do is we teach this for Arma, not for real life, because we're limited by what we can actually do. But there's 4 positions. How many of you guys know anything about CQC? Have you played other mil sims or other games, Ready or Not, things like that? Any of you guys?
I feel less stupid, but definitely. I don't have game experience, but
active duty, military, former military.
I was in the Marine Corps for 2 years before I got medically retired due to a head injury, and then I have a couple milsim experiences as well.
All right, so you guys understand the basics of CQC then, I would say, right?
Yeah, I was going to say reenactment, airsoft, and other milsims.
Rock and roll. So what we teach in this course is basically the basics of CQC. This is this is something you're going to encounter a lot in this game. We do a lot of stuff with, attacking buildings, so we want you to be able to move through here without getting yourself killed, getting your buddies killed. We do offer more advanced training in this. We have a certification course for CQC, and we also have advanced infantry training. So, like I said, this is just the basics. This is not a pass or fail. This is instruction training. So what I'm going to have you do is pick a team leader. So whoever wants to be team leader, make sure you're communicative and you're ready to take on the responsibility of keeping your guys alive.
Just Hobbit.
Step up. Just step up.
All right.
Hobbit, all right, Hobbit, you're the team leader. So how we do it in a 4-stack is going to be your first position is breacher, second position is point man, third spot is your team leader, and the 4th spot is your medic and or rear guard. So usually we'll act as both. If you don't have a medic as your rear guard, then it's just a rear guard. Now, those positions are going to be fluid. So if you have an actual medic, he should never take point, but if it's just a rear guard who's not a medic, then you're free to, all those positions can switch up once you actually breach the building. So in this case, behind me, I'm going to have you move through this building. If you look to your left, there's paper targets like that in there. You need to shoot those. And then, you're going to go through, clear the building from the bottom to the top, and then out the back door. That's what we want you to do. Communication is of paramount importance here. I like to say that the team leader should be able to see what's going on based on you guys' calls, what's in front of you, no matter what. With his eyes closed, he should be able to have a perfect idea of what he's seeing, so he can give directions even if he can't see where you are. You don't want to split up, though. That'll get you killed. But what you have to do is move through the building like water. You want to make sure that you cover every single square inch of the building before you move upstairs, before you don't pass over doors, things like that. You want to make sure you're always keeping your rifles pointed towards the area of possible threat. Anywhere that hasn't been cleared yet should have at least one rifle on it at all times, and that guy should be ready to rock and roll. So slow, controlled violence. You don't need to rush through here. Listen to your team leader's commands. Don't run off from the group. There's another thing I want to go over is the difference between like a doorway and dead space. A lot of people are confused by this. If you have a bunch of closed doors in a hallway, you're going to walk up to those closed doors and you're going to call out if you're point man. We got door left, door right. So that way he'll go, okay, he'll go like, Nomad, you get stuck up on the left door, afterburner, cover our rear, or whatever, and then we're going to breach the left door first, and you're going to decide how that's done. You want to keep one rifle trained on a closed door if you're going to breach two doors that are across from each other. Things like that. You want to make sure you're calling all that out. If you see dead space, say for example, there's a hallway with a turns right at the end. That's considered not an area that can be breached. That's an open space where you can actually receive fire from without any kind of warning. So if you see an open doorway, that's going to also be considered dead space, because now as soon as you walk up to it, someone can shoot through there. So it's dead space is an area that you can't see that's not blocked off, but it's a breached area, for example. All right, so what I'm going to have you do is you get your team leader, then pick up who wants to be breacher, who wants to be point man, who wants to be rear guard. Hobbit, I'll let you decide because you're the team leader.
All right. Nomad, I'll have you take point just because I played with you these last few days. I've been on the public server and I know you know your stuff. Nothing against you two. I just have not played with you a lot. So
that's fine. Just tell them who it's going to be. Just pick your spots. Don't have to go into explanation. Preacher.
Or I'll have you go second, and then after I'll have you behind me.
Roger, so rear guard?
Yeah.
Roger.
All right, rear guard's afterburner. RL's the point man. Nomad's the breacher. So the breacher on a double door like this.
Good.
Yep, all you gotta do is tell them what you're seeing, and then that'll move. Those positions, you don't need to keep switching positions back to this load order. This is just movement in there. Once you guys are actually moving through there, it's gonna be whoever's in the, if the rear guard ends up being the guy that has to move upstairs, then so be it. Just gonna move fluidly, all right? So hold on. So, Nomad, you're gonna stack up on this side. So you're the breacher, all right? You're gonna open the door, always open it so that they can file in, it's not in their face, so you're gonna wanna open that door, right? And then when the point man goes first, and then the breacher, then the team leader, then the rear guard. All right, and the command is 3, 2, 1 breaching. So Hobbit, check your team, make sure they're ready, and then let them breach it.
All right, team. Breacher on you.
I am ready. 3, 2,
1, go.
Breaching.
Contact. Tango down. Two doors.
Push.
One door left, one door right.
I'm on right. Yep. One door left.
I got a good angle on the
Contact.
right. So far as clear.
Stairs left.
Copy. Moving. Contact.
Nomad, hold that staircase.
Tango down.
Gamer, we're getting pushed in this room.
Cross.
Copy.
I'm on stairs.
Alright, you get pushed in first. I got the target on the left-hand side, so pushing right.
Contact.
After you keep covering the rear, clear.
Clear. The room's clear.
Alright, Nomad, we're back on you.
Okay, need two. I got stairs going up, stairs going down. I'll push up, left, one go right.
Copy. Got right.
Door left. Stairs going up, holding.
36.
Ready to move?
One down.
Need two.
Back off, you're in the
On
way.
It's the normal one.
I'm gonna get pushed on the stairs. Stay on me, burner.
On you.
Contact.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna take the door. You cover the stairs. Bypass.
Copy.
Right, don't go up. Wait for your team leader to tell you what to do. Just hold the stairs. That's all I gotta do. Let him clear the wall
Apologies.
before you guys move up. What's up?
Apologies.
I was talking to Nomad. I was telling Nomad not to push up without the rest of the team.
No, we're holding. We just need to secure this door. This
I'm
ladder
gonna
right
pass
now.
by you. Follow me up the stairs. Alright,
Watch up the stairs.
what do
Watch
we
up the
got?
stairs. Or watch up the stairs. Sure nothing comes up.
Alright, yep.
Okay. Ready to breach? Can you push
Gamer,
on that
stand up.
stairs?
Stand up and hold that angle on the stairs.
Copy.
Nomad, me and you are gonna go in. Burger, make sure you watch your 6.
Roger that.
Okay, set the door. Door's gonna open out towards our left. Ready?
Go ahead.
One.
One down. Room clear.
Alright, room clear.
Coming out.
Well, there.
Burger, get right behind Gamer. You're gonna watch the stairs as we're approaching that next room.
Repeat.
So Burner, you're gonna follow Gamer up. Gamer's gonna start pushing up towards the next door. You're gonna watch the stairs. I got the 6.
Alrighty.
Roger that.
Yep. So on you, Gamer. Burner watch the staircase.
Copy. Moving up.
Above where
From here. Right, sir.
upper staircase.
There's a door on the right.
Contact.
Go ahead and breach the room when you're ready.
Set on the door left. Ready to go.
Make sure you maintain security on that upper staircase.
I can't move.
After Werner, push forward onto the stairs so we can't get by.
Thank you, buddy.
Apologies.
2 doors, 1 door in front of me. 12 o'clock, 1 door on the right. Contact on the left. Tango down. I'm going to take the door on the right.
Left.
Copy.
Need one.
Push, take it slow.
We need one.
On you. I got you.
Guys are getting split up a little bit. How are we going to watch them up here?
Ready?
You're going to hold the
Copy.
stairs from here.
On you.
One in.
There you go.
One down.
3 down.
Copy.
Room clear. Coming out. 2 out.
Set on you.
Copy. Opening 3, 2, 1. Clear.
Right, room clear. Coming out. On
Stairs set.
Do that.
Alright, Gamer.
Copy.
You're gonna watch your 6 on this one.
Yep.
Burner, Nomad, start pushing up the stairs. Nomad, make sure you watch very top.
Do that.
Burner, watch for doors.
Closed door. Center. Closed door. Second story.
Okay, I'm holding the stairs. 4th floor covered.
Need one.
Copy. Burner, I will be right behind you. Gamer, make sure you pop up here and cover our 6. Alright, on you, Burner.
Alright. On 3?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Reaching.
1 down.
1 down.
Copy, room clear. Alright, we're gonna start pushing up. It looks like we have very open space, so...
High open space left.
Room there
Closed door
too.
front right. Stairs heading up on the right. Be a wide cross.
Yep, so Nomad, I want you to hold left and start peeking the stairs as we come up. Burner, you're gonna follow along behind him. As soon as you get to the top of the stairs, Nomad, watch that door. Burner, keep watching stairs. Gamer, follow behind me. Continue watching our 6. I'm gonna watch the open space to our left.
Set.
On you.
Moving. Stairs are clear. 2 down. Back on door.
Copy.
Passing by you. Clear.
Step forward to the stairs.
Contact that space.
2 are dead.
Oh, you tagged him?
Yeah.
Oh, apologies.
Of course. Set on door.
Copy, Burner. Hold that top floor. Gamer, stay on our 6. Nomad, on you. Breach the door. Guys, push straight left. Or just dominant corner.
Door's gonna swing out right. Reaching.
Clear.
Right, clear.
3 down.
Very good.
Back out. 2 in.
Alright, Burner, point man, start pushing up the stairs.
Roger, sir.
We can't shoot it from there. Start pushing up the stairs. Nomad, stay behind him.
Got back.
Make sure you pop straight around as soon as we eclipse the top of this.
1 down. We have a door.
Gamer, you're good to move up to us. Yep, just take it slow.
We have 1 door leading to balcony. It's clear.
All clear.
All right.
Building clear.
All clear.
It has been a minute.
Not bad, guys.
I
Now,
want to point something out before they leave the building.
sure, go ahead.
So this door right here, when you opened up to the roof, you had one guy about right here on the stairs who was completely visible to both of the guys before y'all moved out to breach. So you open the door on him. You never want to open it on any of your guys. Just you left him defenseless on the stairs. That's all right there.
Oh.
Yeah, generally you don't want to pass in front of a closed door either. So you'd stack up right there and have somebody, the second man would probably be watching the stairs to your right. This is a very difficult stairway to watch. It's a fatal funnel.
Yeah, I was saying that, that's where I was stuck. Like, that's why it took me so long to, like, figure it out. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
This one is kind of a nightmare.
But you did pretty good, man. You're good. The only other thing is your rear guard also followed you out onto the roof and left the rear open, but...
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
make your way out. Make your way back out to the front, line up on the building, we'll talk real quick, and then I'll send you on your way. All right, so before I process you guys through and let you go on your way, I'd like to say that there's a few things we expect of you now that you're part of the server. It's it's a privilege to play here, not a right. Okay, so you don't want to be, don't create trouble for any other people here. Keep it very professional, especially on ops. In between ops, we don't care if you fuck around. Just don't shoot at spawn, and don't bash people at spawn or throw smoke grenades at spawn. Generally, don't be problematic. You know, we're very happy to have you guys here. So just make sure you remember to treat all your other guys, you know, as nice as you can. Courtesy. Go to all the trainings if you want to. You know, if you want to get better and improve the game. Also, if you guys see new recruits too, just like I know some of our other guys, you know, other Marines or whoever, helped you guys out when you get there. If you see new recruits, make sure you get them into a recruit kit and help them along. You know, don't be just ignoring them, because otherwise they'll might leave or might want to be a part of the community. So just be as good to each other as you can. All right, we're all brothers here. You understand?
Yeah, treat others the way
Yes, sir.
you want to be treated on here. Like, I remember that's the reason I stayed, is the people who hooked me up were really chill, and I had fun. So, like, that's what we're all here for. Yeah, so everybody, not just you guys, should be willing to help new recruits. It's all of our job.
Rock
But
and roll.
Marines, for sure, because they'll probably end up with you guys anyway, so it's a good idea to get to know them.
Yeah, everybody here is pretty chill, so you'll fit in well if you like playing this game. Is anybody here? Do you guys know what branches you want to go to? Whether it be 124th or the Marines? You guys already have a decision on that?
Marines.
Everybody here is
I do, yes.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you to do right now is go to the unit application tab. Even if you've already filled it out, just copy paste it, fill it out there again so I can see it, and then go to the UNSC Academy chat and write BCT complete. And then I will process you guys through and get you your tags, all right?
In the Academy chat, make sure to @ Mayo.
At me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At me.
Hey, good question.
What's up? Sorry, I just got back.
Welcome back. Your name is kind of got me a little fucked up in a way.
Good. That's the point.
I couldn't say your name correctly, so I saw the first name, which is Daddy. I'm like, all right, I'll go with this. My girl's like, oh, what the hell?
You don't call me mommy, but you call him daddy.
No, for real. All right. Thanks for responding to that. All right, gotta go.
All right, my dude. I hope to see you on the other server. I gotta go train my boys up. So.
All right, see you.